This, and this is Northern Thailand.
Those are just a few of the wonderful and unique things you could see in the north of this beautiful country.
Hi there, we are Love Beyond Nations, and in this video we will give you the 7 must-see sites when traveling Northern Thailand.
To see all the amazing sights Northern Thailand has to offer, you'll need to spend roughly a week there. If you are visiting the Loy Krathong, just add 2 extra days to your stay and you'll be fine.
As always, this is just our opinion, and you can explore so much more here. We just tried to simplify it a little and pick those sites that impressed us the most. If you think we missed something, just let us know in the comments and tell us about your favorite site.
For now, let's start with the most iconic experience Northern Thailand is known for: Loy Krathong and Li Pheng. Loy Krathong and Li Pheng, known as the Festival of Lights, is one of the most beautiful celebrations in Thailand. Mostly celebrated in Northern Thailand, especially in Chiang, the city will be lit up with lots of colorful lanterns, and wishes are made while launching floral floats called krathongs in the river. Beside the traditional part, there is a big street festival taking place with live music and fireworks. If the city streets are too busy for you, probably the best option would be to join a private party offered by many hotels, including the experience of creating your own krathong. Furthermore, you have the possibility to join a special dinner at one of many participating restaurants, including the krathong and lantern release. Please remember to book your table up front and to buy your krathongs and lanterns some days before the main event, usually taking place in November. The most wonderful part is releasing and watching hundreds of lanterns flying up in the air. It is such a magical experience, no surprise that thousands of tourists mainly come to Chiang to witness this spectacle. For a more comprehensive guide to Loy Krathong, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified as soon as it's online.
Golden Triangle. The Golden Triangle is the meeting point of 3 countries: Myanmar, former known as Burma, Laos and Thailand. The name Golden Triangle comes from a long history of opium smuggle and production in that area. Years ago, the price was bound to gold, meaning that 1 kilo of opium was the equivalent of 1 kilo of gold. Today, the opium business field is controlled and regulated by government and pharma industries, meaning that nowadays the main income source for residents is tourism. Due to its proximity to China and the rising gambling industry in Laos, gambling is forbidden in Thailand, thousands of tourists visit every day. It is advisable to start your tour from Chiang Rai, as it will be less far. If you're starting from Chiang Mai, the drive will take you about 4 hours one way. Although, there are many sites along the way, which means a full day of adventure. Once arrived, just climb a few stairs up to the viewpoint and you can see Laos and Myanmar on the other side of the Mekong River. In between the river, there's a small island which doesn't belong to any of the 3 countries, a so-called no man's land, where people used to sell and buy their opium. If you would like to book the optional boat ride and cross-country borders along the river, be sure to bring your original passport, because they will keep it at the entrance and will return it as soon as you come back.
Long Neck Women and Karen Village. Years ago, the Karen women came from Myanmar into Thailand and settled near the country's borders to build their own villages. They are famous for their extravagant neck rings. The more rings a woman wears, the older she is. For the Karen women, it's like a beauty ideal, but not indicating the social status within the village. The rumor that if they remove their rings they will die is just false, at least they told us. The rings themselves just press down the shoulders and are not stretching the neck itself. For booking a trip, be careful in deciding which travel agency you choose. The villages themselves you visit vary widely, and we did not want it to be a zoo-like experience. We chose to do a private tour with the Wandering Star Tour agency of Chiang Mai. Visiting the village with our tour guide Honey was a very pleasant experience. We could even visit their houses from inside and watch them craft their handmade souvenirs. While you're there, you have the possibility to interact with them and their children and even take some photos. An additional donation is very appreciated.
White and Blue Temple in Chiang Rai. One of the highlights while visiting Northern Thailand was definitely the White Temple in Chiang Rai. As already mentioned before, it's better to take a tour from Chiang Rai itself, as the drive from Chiang Mai takes about 3 hours just one way. Because we were a little short of time, we had the tour starting from Chiang Mai and visited these sites in one day only. If you can spend a little more money, we absolutely recommend booking a private tour. Our tour guide was not only well informed and very lovely, but also adjusted herself to our wishes. Not so usual for Thailand, our driver Tom drove at normal speed and very safely, what we really appreciate. Without a tour guide, this trip would not have been that fun and informative. We would have missed most of the details and the meaning behind them. We highly recommend booking a professional tour with a guide and not only a driver, for example a tuk-tuk, even if you're staying in Chiang Rai. Check the link in the description for our favorite tour agency and ask for Honey. The White Temple lies majestically in a well-curated park just a short drive from the city center of Chiang Rai. There are endless details and interesting paintings inside and outside of the temple, built entirely of white marble. The Blue Temple, also not far from the white one, has gained more attention just in the last few years. It is as beautiful as the White Temple, although should you be short on time, we recommend to just concentrate on the white one. The paintings inside of both temples come from the same local artist.
Thailand is home to many exotic animals, including elephants. In general, Asian elephants are smaller and less aggressive than African, although you still need to be careful with these wild animals. There are a lot of possibilities to encounter or interact with them, but only one kind is ethically okay. These poor animals are often used by humans to carry heavy items or being forced to carry people in parks just for fun. They suffer doing hard work the whole day under the heat of the burning sun and are mistreated or even hurt badly if they don't obey. Also, zoos or safaris normally have not Western standard. This is the reason why sanctuaries exist. Elephants are being rescued from such establishments and brought into sanctuaries where they can live the rest of their lives in peace. Unfortunately, government does not support these institutions, and that's why you are asked a relatively high ticket price if you want to visit. Although it is really worth the money. Tickets are around 3,000 Thailand baht per person, usually including drinks, lunch, pick-up and drop-off service from your hotel. During our visit we needed to learn many things about these gentle giants before we even could approach them. You have the possibility to feed and touch them in the right way, always being watched by an experienced guide and a guard who watches the elephant itself. You may have heard that some sanctuaries are offering the possibility to bath with the animals, though ours did not. It has the simple reason that also if not really aggressive, they are not able to behave naturally when humans are around, as they don't want to hurt them. However, you can watch them having a bath in their pool and also for having fun while mud bathing. The tour itself lasts normally about half a day.
National Park Doi Inthanon. Also known as the Roof of Thailand, Doi Inthanon National Park includes the highest mountain of Thailand, which is 2,565 meters above sea level. The park is famous for its beautiful waterfalls and the twin pagodas and has a cold and chilly weather all year round. Sometimes temperatures drop even to 0 degrees Celsius. We had a full day tour starting from Chiang Mai, including lunch, pickup and drop-off from our accommodation. The first showplace was Siretan Waterfall, one of the smaller ones, but not less beautiful. You have to take some stairs down to reach the viewpoint, but it's an easy trail. We would just not recommend going there wearing sandals and flip-flops, as some parts may be a little slippery during your discovery tour of the park. Vajiratan is one of the most impressive waterfalls in the park, with a direct access to it. You can find some shops and a restaurant around the parking area, and also some local women selling their handcrafted jewelry. We further had a stop at a local village located in the park, which is home to the White Karen tribe. Mae Klang Luang village offers pleasant views, and you have the possibility to assist the local women weaving clothes and making coffee in their own simple roastery. If you like, you can try or even buy their homemade coffee. Arrived at the famous Twin Pagodas, also called King and Queen Pagoda, you will have an impressive panorama overlooking the valley, but only if the weather allows. If not, just take a stroll through the surrounding gardens. Also bring a sarong or cover your shoulders and knees while visiting the pagodas, in order not to be disrespectful to the local culture. Last but not least, you're about to have an easy hike to the peak of the mountain. The path leads through a lush jungle with untouched nature and enough time to pose for a photo stop or two. Little fun fact, continue on the road to the highest point of Thailand. Weather and temperature can change periodically. We had good weather. At the foot and the peak of the mountain, we could not enjoy the view at the pagodas as it was cloudy and foggy.
Chiang Mai Night Bazaar. The main venue for shopping in Chiang Mai is the Night Bazaar and is considered a must-see experience during your stay. Vendors set up their stalls around 6 p.m. with the possibility to go shopping until almost 11 p.m. Located in the heart of Chiang Mai city, you should best start at the Tampere Road and then head south and vice versa to check out all the merch at both sides of the streets and side alleys. Although, don't rush at buying things you like. There might be other vendors selling the same item for a better price. Speaking of prices, bargaining is a must, as almost none of the prices at the bazaar are fixed. The night bazaar consists of countless stalls and you can find salesmen and saleswomen selling kind of everything. Food, but also CDs, clothes, Thai silk, sarongs, handicrafts, bags, watches, video games, luggage, spices, art, jewelry, lots of souvenirs and 100 of other kind of funny things. Although, if you keep a sharp eye on all these items, you might really find some hidden gems between all that stuff. Mostly, you'll get what you pay for, of course depending on the price. For a step up in quality and price, you really should visit the Vientiane Night Bazaar near Tampere Road. The handicrafts and clothes here are more authentic and long-lasting and the fabrics are of better quality. To get your special price, you should consider to be either one of the first visitors to the market and to bargain as soon as it opens, or to be the last one. Remember though, to be friendly while negotiating with Thai people, as it will get you way farther than by pushing. Although it is all part of the selling-buying game, don't forget that most of these merchants make very little money and 10 baht means a lot more to them than it does to you.